Welcome to Film and Page. I'm Dominic, and this is another episode of Road to Dune. So, Empire Magazine Online has released some new images of Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune that's coming out in December. And right now they're online, but they will be coming out in stores, the two magazines, I believe September 3rd. So I'm going to go through the images and give my thoughts on them and things like that. But I'm going to start off with the magazine covers. So the magazines, the Empire magazine that's coming out, it's going to have two covers. Well, actually, it's going to have three covers. So here's the cover number one, and this is the House Atreides cover. And so I'm going to talk about this for a bit. Now, the first thing right away that caught my eye is Timothée Chalamet really looks cool as Paul Atreides in this shot. He looks awesome with the still suit on and with the robes and all that. And I believe that's a Chris knife he's holding. He looks great as Paul Atreides. Cannot wait to see him on film or get some actual like moving images of him from on film, trailer, or whatever. And also Jessica Ferguson there looks really awesome as Lady Jessica. The Bene Gesserit gear she has on there looks cool. I like the design of it. And the other thing, Oscar Isaac, he has me totally sold on him just from images alone of him as Duke Leto. Because if you've watched my channel for a long time, I've been doing these videos for a while. And when he was first cast as Duke Leto, a lot of people was skeptical. A lot of people thought that he should play actually Duncan Idaho and not Duke Leto. And I was pretty skeptical myself at the time, but now after seeing all these images and stuff come out, he's got me totally sold with the beard and all the gray in the beard. He's just nailing Duke Leto. So it'll be cool to see how he portrays the character on screen. And of course there we got Gurney Halleck in his still suit. And now one thing I wanted to talk about, though, this might, I don't know how controversial this will be for me to say this, but I have to say I really like the still suit design for this new movie. Now I have to be honest when I say this. I actually like the 84 film still suits better still. I still like that design better. I find those ones, I just love those still suit designs. They're really cool sci-fi costumes. And when I was waiting to see the first images of what the still suits would look like in this film, I was really skeptical if they would be able to beat the 84 film. Now, this is just my personal opinion, but in my opinion, they haven't beat them. They've come very close, and they are very cool, and I'm happy with the design. But if I had to pick one over the other, I have to say I do like the 84 film still suits better than the new films. But I mean, they're still really cool, all the same. So that's the first cover. Now, the second cover is the Fremen cover. So here we have Javier Bardem there as Stilgar, and Duncan Idaho, and Liet Kynes, and Chani on the cover. And now, just going back to the still suits again, one thing I do like about them is you can see a little bit of that influence from the 84 film, from the 84 still suits on these ones, because they still kind of had that anatomical look to them, bioorganic look that I like. And now the other thing I want to talk about on this cover is the ships that you can see in the sky in the background. Now I'm wondering if those are Space Guild Navigator vessels or they're just regular Atreides vessels, because they're kind of long and they're more rectangle looking, which if you'll remember from like the 2000 miniseries and the 1984 film, the Guild Highliners, they were like long and cylindrical looking. And now Frank Herbert doesn't even describe them in the book. He just says they're really big ships. That's it. So, I mean, there's a lot of room there for your imagination as far as designing them go. So I'm kind of glad. I was kind of worried they might go with the cylindrical look again, which I'm kind of sick of seeing now after seeing it in the 84 film and the 2000 miniseries. So I'm glad they're doing something different for this one. If that is a Guild Highliner and it's not just a regular Atreides troop carrier or something like that, or Atreides frigate or or whatever kind of ship it could be. Now, the other thing that's in this image is some people on Twitter pointed this out, that you can see some ornithopters in the sky, but they look like they might be more bird-like instead of bug-like the ones that we've seen. So they might have a few different variations on ornithopters in this movie. But again, another really, really cool cover, and can't wait to pick these up. Now, the next cover, now this is a third one. Now this one's going to be hard to get because I think it's like subscriber only exclusive cover, where we actually get a glimpse of the sandworm. Now it's a lot of sand in the way and stuff, so you don't really see exactly what's going on there, but all those like lines that are like streaking back, I'm wondering if those are somehow maybe like the part of the mouth or the teeth or something. It almost looks like the iris of an eye or something. But this is a sneak peek at the worm. So we were worried if we were going to get to see the worm or not, so we already kind of got a glimpse of a worm right here with this cover, this exclusive cover for Empire magazine. So these magazines are something I'd like to be able to get all three, but I think the third one's going to be hard to get. But when Empire released the first magazine and they had some exclusive images in that one, I tried to get that one and I could not get it just because of the current situation. Bookstores weren't open up yet where you could usually buy these magazines, so I missed out on that one. I wanted to get it as like a collector's thing for the film, but I definitely would love to track down the Atreides cover and the Fremen cover at the very least. I think it'd be a really cool collector's item if you're a Dune fan and a fan of this movie for sure. Something that you could even frame or put away somewhere just as like a memento for the film. So now those are the three covers, and I'll go into now some of the images that they've shared online. So right up, first one here is Duke Leto and Gurney Halleck. My mind went blank there for a second. Gurney Halleck and Duke Leto. And now I know some people were complaining about the Atreides having that armor because they shouldn't have armor because of they should have their body shields. But I think that armor looks really cool. And just makes them look badass. I mean, why not have the armor, just an extra layer of protection, even though you do have a body shield? And I'm wondering if the personal body shields are actually not belts in this movie like they are in the book and they were in the 84 film, because I noticed they have like a device on the wrist. You can see it there on Duke Leto's wrist, and you can even see it on Gurney Halleck's wrist. There's like a light there. And I wonder if that's actually where the body shield is activated from. It's actually from the wrist and not from a belt around their waist. That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, those Atreides uniforms, almost like battle fatigue. Looks really awesome. I really like the design of those. So the next image is we have Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya as Chani and Paul, like moving through the rocks there. And you can see a bit of the blue within blue eyes. So one thing though I'm wondering about the eyes. So they're blue within blue in these magazine shots, but I wonder, are they going to be different looking? I wonder, are those the final effects we're seeing, or is there going to be like another special effect put over the eyes, CGI'd in to make them really outstanding for when we actually see them on film? From what we've seen just in released images and stuff like that. Because there's a lot you could do there with the eyes, I think, to make it look really awesome and look cool. Because that's one thing I really liked about the 2000 miniseries, is I loved what they did with the eyes in that one. It was a simple special effect. It was just like a reflective contact that they would shine a black light into and make them glow blue, but it looked really cool. It was a lot better. That's one thing the 84 film they didn't do a very good job. They kind of like rotoscoped a bit of blue in the eyes, but honestly, it doesn't really stand out. You really can't notice it very well. So I'm hoping they do something really cool with the eyes to make it really stand out. So when you see it on screen, it's really something cool looking. And so here's one of my favorite image, I think, that they've released besides the covers. And this one is of Duncan, Idaho, doing battle with the Sardaukar. And now the thing about this is, if they're going if they're going right true to the book, these Sardaukar are actually wearing Harkonnen uniform right now, because remember, that's what they did in the book. They sent in a bunch of Harkonnen troops into House Atreides, but they're actually Sardaukar. Because I would expect something a little bit more dark and gothic looking for the Harkonnen uniforms. But still, that's a really awesome image there of him doing battle in that hallway with those guards and stuff. So that's probably my favorite image that's been released of the new ones online anyway. That's a cool one to see. And again, Jason Momoa, I think, is going to make an awesome Duncan Idaho. So those are all the images that have been released. And now if you want to look at the magazine yourself online, I'll leave a link in the description area below this video. But seeing these images is just a little more to get you, excited, just a little more. They trickled out. And hopefully, if what they say is right, next week they'll be dropping the full trailer online, which I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see that trailer. I think I'm going to watch that trailer like a million times. It's going to be insane. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all in helping this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded.